Welcome to the Doghouse. Hope you're all having a great day. This is about people disrespecting children. Yes, last night was a disgusting event that took place over a child with cancer. That child is going through hell every day of his life. People recognizing him is a really, really good thing. Whether you're conservative, in between, or liberal, that was a shameful event that took place last night by those on the left. When you sit there and you won't even clap for somebody in need, like that child was, you are a very despicable person. Not because of your political beliefs, because of your actions. I, for one, don't care what party or how you vote, that is up to you. My parents was 100% liberal. Up until my dad died a liberal. My mom died of B-cell cancer at 93. She never voted for a Republican until the incident with Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton in the Oval Office. Until that point, neither one of them ever voted for a Republican. So this has nothing to do with a party. This has to do with a bunch of ignorant people out there that disrespected a child. It is a shame we've come so far in society we have to disrespect a child because we don't like the person speaking. That little child, even though 13, but that child is not political. That child had nothing to do with whether you believe what the president's doing or not. That child has a disease that fights through every day. And when you cannot get up there, clap for him, and show him your respect for him because you don't like the president, you're a shameful human being when you're putting your party above a human being with cancer. The cancer is a very, very bad thing. Anybody with cancer deserves all the accolades they can get. I don't care if you like them or not. My mom died of B-cell cancer at 93. My stepdaughter, which I consider my daughter, she is going through chemo right now and is losing her hair. So it hits home. You people are so ignorant out there to do this. Anybody that was clapping for them for not getting up and clapping, you are part of the problem, not the solution. I don't care what party you are. That should have never ever happened. That child needs respect. Does not need a bunch of jerks out there going against what is needed. That child has every right to live and fight. And you people out there in Congress and Senate have no scruples when you didn't give him accolades because you don't like the president. That's pathetic, petty, and ignorance. Our country was not founded on ignorance, but obviously we got some in Congress and the Senate that has decided ignorance trumps everything else. When you sacrifice a child for your ego and your party's belief, maybe you should recheck what you are doing in Congress. Every one of them showed a disrespect for one, people fighting cancer, shame on you. Two, you care less about a child. You guys are nothing but pathetic human beings if you're out there and saying they did a good job of not standing up for that child. You are also putting a political view above a child's health and dignity. Him getting that accolade from the president give him a self-worth within his heart, and that will be with him forever. And all that other crap did by not supporting him shows that you don't deserve any dignity at all. Everybody has the right to their own opinion, don't get me wrong. But when you go after a child, which you really did go after a child because you hate the president, you sacrifice this child. Shame on you. You should be so ashamed of what you did, Congress and Senate. If you did not stand up behind this kid, you might as well have your buddies go out and put a yellow stripe down your back, because you cannot distinguish between politics and a human being that needs your help. Those that clap give that child more of an incentive than anything else. Those that didn't clap shows their only dignity is to their party and their ego. They care less about a human being. And that's what it comes down to. Because of what you guys did, then not support that by clapping. You give up all rights to say you're a human being. All you are is a piece of crap that went out there and tried to destroy a child. Like I said, I got a stepdaughter right now that's going through chemo. Shame on anybody that would put anybody down and not recognize them that have cancer. You are pathetic human beings when you do this. I don't care if you don't like Trump, and I can see some things why a person wouldn't like him, but this has nothing to do with your political views. This should all have to do with that child and nothing else. And like I said, I don't care politically what you are, left, right, or in the middle, or don't care. That is your choice, your opinion to do so. And I care less, because that is your choice. But when you sacrifice a child for your choice of party, you are a pretty pathetic person. You should be ashamed of yourself. Your state should go after you when you come up for election to show that they will not put up or tolerate you, even if it's a person of your same party that stands up and takes over. So be it, because you have shown what your dignity to this country and human beings are. You care less about that child and more about yourself and your party. You have become greedy over what is right. Nobody should ever with cancer go through what they have to go through. And anybody that don't support somebody with cancer due to the hateful rhetoric of a president, and I don't care if it's a Democrat or Republican, it's a pathetic move regardless of who's in office when you didn't stand up there and clap and cheer that child on. You will never ever know the real meaning of love. All you got in your heart is greed. That's it. And you don't want to go against your party. You just want that greed out there in front. Shame on you. How dare you put a child with cancer in that position and not clapping for him? He needs all the motivational support he can get, and you slapped him in the face, and that's exactly what you did. Every one of you that sat there and did not clap should come out and apologize for the ignorance you showed last night. I don't, like I said, and I'll keep repeating it, I don't care what party you are. That's none of my business. But when you cannot stand up for a child with cancer, you're a pathetic human being. You put your party and your ego above everything else, and you should really be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed you have even dragged the Democratic Party down the rabbit hole like you have. My parents would be turning over in their graves at what you have done. You should be ashamed of not putting humans above your party. A human being is more important. That kid's support is more important than the party you represent. Your gutlessness of what you did showed through. Don't think your constituents have not seen this. People need to realize how hard cancer is on others. I lived through it with my mom, and I'm living through it now with my child. Yes, my stepchild, but I consider her my child. Every one of you really need to sit back and think about what happened last night. Is it more important to you that you hate a president and hate what he stands for so much that you're willing to sacrifice a child's need of love and caring? Is it really more important? Have we decided in our society that not standing up for the children of this country and making sure they're comfortable, like when they have a disease, when we are willing to sacrifice them for our own egos, we are a bunch of jerks. We are a pathetic people if we do this. The people doing this about that kid with the cancer last night will pay in the end. At least part of them will. Shame on them for sacrificing a child in need, a child that needs support. Shame on every one of you. I hope you sleep really well at night knowing that you are part of evil. And that's all it is you showing your evil above dignity. You have no dignity because of what you did. You showed your evil, and your evil shows out 100%. You have no dignity. You have no morals. All you have is greed in your heart. Shame on you for not supporting a child with cancer. I hope, like hell, you never have to go through that in your life. Shame on you.